Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic, host of Bachelor Nation News. We're going to jump right into this story. Zach shall cross on why bachelors never intervene in Can I Steal You drama. We always wonder this. The bachelor will be sitting with a lady, and then another lady will come up and be like, can I steal you for a second? And then they just have a fight over it, and then the bachelor just sits there, and watches it all go down, and you're like, do something about it, communicate. But as we know, the producers have told him, and now he's telling us that doesn't do the ratings, folks. So here's what he has to say. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals, and also check out the podcast Bachelor Rush Hour every afternoon. We got the podcast for you. I'll be on the road today to San Diego for our sold-out stand-up show tonight. But of course, if you want to see any clips of that or get the behind-the-scenes information or watch my set, that'll all be on Patreon at patreon.com/Dave Neal. All right, why does Zach not intervene in the drama? Let's watch this clip. It was shot in this horrible backdrop. I mean, he literally looks like he's being interviewed from hell. But let's watch what he has to say.
To the season, thinking there's maybe a shower scene or two, so get my push-ups in. There was a shower date. It becomes routine. It's the weirdest thing. I'd never thought in a million years I'd say that.
All right, so this is at SCAD TV
When
Fest.
someone steals you, I don't know if I can say all of this, but I got to keep my mouth shut and let it happen as much as I can. So there are times when I want to speak up and be like, oh yeah, all right, let's go talk. But it's for the environment we're in to have it be handled by the women. I think
There it is, folks. He said it's for the environment that we're in to let it be handled by the women. He said, I don't know if I can say this, and I don't think you can, Zach. I think you're, but I appreciate that you're doing that. But obviously a nice guy like Zach wouldn't want anyone to fight over him. He'd want to squash those fights in the moment, but that's not fun.
Face gives it away a lot on whether I want to be pulled or not. I'm really bad at hiding what I'm feeling, so bad. So I kind of just let it play out.
All right, so then they're going to show some previews for the season, and then they're going to, this is just one of those highly edited interviews that's clearly just promotional material for the show. But we'll go back to what he says from this interview from hell regarding other aspects of his journey.
I truly see Zach as my husband.
The cringiest parts of this entire season so far, I'm just trying to think where to begin. Everything from some of the night one entrances, dancing in episode 2. I had never claimed to be a good dancer.
We know.
And the tapes prove it.
They
oh
do.
My God, the showering on camera. I went into the season thinking.
All right, so we already talked about this, and of course, Roses for Everybody says, how many shower scenes do they need? Clayton Eckert and Pilot Pete and others had talked about. I think Clayton discussed his body dysmorphia and just the idea you got to be perfect. You can't be the Bachelor and not expect them to have a slow-mo shot of you showering, which kind of is sexist because I don't know if the Bachelorette, I know they used to do that, but I think that we've learned to not objectify. Right, collectively, I think we've learned not to objectify the women just for their bodies. You know what I mean? They're more than just their bums.
Shower scene or two, so get my push-ups in. There was a shower day, like every place, there's always a one-on-one day or a group date day. There were shower days where you better be ready. Hopefully you ate pretty good the day before. Hopefully you're not bloated.
I'll be honest, I don't like to shower every day. I know this might gross you out. I for sure don't like to wash my hair every day. I like to give it a few days to really stew in the moment. You know what I mean? My hair is like a soup. It's best served. After a few days of being left in a pressure cooker. Okay.
Terrifying in the beginning, and then you just get used to it and kind of have this relationship, with the camera folks, and they're essentially in the shower with you, and it becomes routine. It's the weirdest thing. I'd never thought in a million years I'd say that.
Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't this be fun if we got if the Bachelor love story, and I'm not accusing Zach of being this way, but if the Bachelor love story turned into a love story where he falls in love with the cameraman while they're in the shower, and then it just goes off. Imagine how many people would be like, I did not see that coming. He's like, turns out I'm not here. Zach's first impression rose goes to camera operator number 2.
Hi, ladies. Let's
All right, so then they
go.
do some more content that we don't need to go to, so we're going to fast forward back to the interview from hell.
Knocking out girl. It was basically hand the ball to Genevieve.
All right, so he describes how Genevieve got injured with the sling. It's from the football date. She was very physical and good at what she does.
During the game. And I thought it was pretty bad. It's very important to get my dog's point of view on a perspective fiance, prospective wife. I have 2 dogs, a Shih Tzu and a 190-pound Great Dane.
Whoa.
And they're both absolute sweethearts. And they're part of the family, just like people. And if they don't like her, I can't.
How do we not have the Great Dane on the show with him? What are we doing?
Kidding aside.
I've caused pain and I've made mistakes.
We know.
I just hope at the end of the day, it's all worth it.
Some of my pals in the Bachelor Nation, I mean, hands down Jesse. Jesse and I became really close last season, and then throughout this season, him and I have been boys, essentially. Like, he's helped me so much, he supported me. Sean Lowe, obviously, has played a big role in my season, and him and Catherine have been always loving and supporting. I did have people reach out from previous seasons like Clayton offering support, which has been nice. It's just really helpful having important people in the Bachelor Nation express help and support in something that I'm just trying to navigate the best I can.
True love is worth fighting for.
Coming up this season on The Bachelor.
I don't always know what's going to be included. Like, I saw, there was the ick one, like what gives an ick, like how can you get an ick, or like when do you fart in front of a significant other? I was dying at that. I had no idea that was being talked about. It's cool because my family, I have 2 younger sisters, they love it. They grew up being big fans, and right now they're necessarily not the biggest fans because they don't want to watch their brother shower or in a hot tub romantically. So it's really cool that they get excited. They have the roses around the house. They think it's so cool. And I'm like, never want to see a rose in my life again. No.
So there it is, folks. There's the award-winning interview with Zach Shallcross on Entertainment Weekly. Let me know what you guys think regarding the news we just found out. I'll read some of the comments. Bachelor Rabbit Hole put together the quotes. There are times when I want to speak up, but it's for the environment we are in to have it be handled by the women. I guess in some ways I don't know. You tell me. Is that female empowerment, or is that just the producers doing the dirty work? And again, I don't necessarily blame the producers. There would be no show if there was no drama. You have to have some drama. The question is, when is the drama engulfed in flames, and when is it overly produced versus when is it real? Now, the 2-on-1, these sort of like, can I steal you for a minute moments, that's overly produced. Because clearly, we look back on previous seasons when we had people accused, Shanae was accused of, who was it? Genevieve was accused of being an actress and all these things. It was all just like the producers in the moment looking into their bag of tricks saying, what's some drama we can have that's not going to be end of season drama? The end of season drama, of course, is going to be who gets their heart broken. The idea that there'll be multiple women that are friends that are in the finals, and they're going to be supporting each other while also trying to be the one who wins, and all of that demise, crying on staircases. That's the end of the season drama. This is the end of the first act. Who's the surface level villain? What can we find a 2-on-1 sort of date? That's when one person gets the rose and one person gets kicked off, left on a sand barge somewhere. Looking at you, Olivia. So this is just how it goes. So take it with a grain of salt. Not a big deal. Although you got to say that, and of course this is all referencing the fight between Anastasia and Kylie. Kylie, of course, was the one who called out Anastasia. As I reported yesterday, if you didn't catch this, I received information from people that were there that said Anastasia was overly talking about her social media and influencer life. And my thought with that is, I'm kind of obsessive about what I talk about too. If you caught me on the show, I'd be talking about my podcast numbers. I'd be talking about this. I got tagged. Oh, look at him. This reel got 300,000 views. I'd be that annoying person. I don't think that means she's there for the wrong reasons. I think it means just her mind is in a business sense, and that's what she talks about. So it's weird that we're okay with just like somebody whose career is like entrepreneur, CEO, and all they do is drop ship a product at 10 times the price, and then we have an issue here. So I don't know, folks. I don't see it. Everyone's out trying to do their best. But either way, we appreciate Zach letting us in behind the curtain of the Wizard of Oz and seeing how all the levers are pulled. And very interesting stuff. Okay, well, that'll probably be it for me. I will have a non-Bachelor video up either today or tomorrow, which will be my recap of the first couple episodes of Perfect Match, the new show on Netflix. Let me know if you guys are watching that. Leave a comment below and hit the subscribe button if you do want that content, and I'll get it over to you. All right, folks, I'm out of here. We'll talk to you later. Bye now.